Okay, so AI in real estate, it's everywhere you look these days.
It really is.
You've sent over a ton of stuff about it. Articles, courses even.
Right.
Like that 12-week one specifically for realtors.
Yeah.
Feels like every day there's some new tool promising to change how we buy and sell houses.
Hmm.
So is this really the future of real estate or just hype?
It's a good question. And
Hmm.
what I find interesting, especially about that course you mentioned, is how it tackles that fear a lot of realtors have.
You mean about AI replacing them altogether?
Exactly. Will AI replace us?
Mm.
And the course seems to be saying absolutely not.
Okay.
It's more like AI is like a toolkit,
I can
right?
see that.
To boost the skills you already have.
Yeah, they use that phrase, your secret weapon.
Right.
Like AI can help you work smarter, not harder.
It's about working smarter.
But what's that actually mean?
Yeah.
Like, what tools are we even talking about?
So one that they focus on that's really interesting is AI for SEO.
Okay, SEO, so like for your website.
Exactly. Imagine being able to get your listings, your website, everything in front of the right people online automatically.
So instead of just crossing your fingers, hoping your listings show up on page one, you're using AI to, what, kind of game the system?
In a way, yeah. And it's not just listings. Think about writing property descriptions.
Oh, man.
It can be so time-consuming to get those right, but AI can analyze what appeals to buyers and generate really compelling descriptions tailored to your audience.
Hold on, hold on. You're saying AI can write those descriptions for me?
It can definitely help. And that's not even the really interesting part. They talk about using AI for market analysis, which, to me, that's huge for a realtor.
Okay, now you're talking my language. We live and breathe market data.
Right. But instead of just reacting to what's happening now, imagine using AI to see what's coming down the line, emerging trends, all of that.
So you're ahead of the game. You see what's hot before it's even hot.
Yeah. And they have a whole section on something called prompt engineering.
Prompt engineering. Okay, that sounds intimidating.
I know it sounds very technical, but it's actually pretty simple. It's just about how you talk to the AI.
Talk to it like it's a person.
Well, think of it like you're having a conversation. The way you ask a question, the more detail you give, it changes the kind of answer you get back.
Yeah, it makes sense.
So if you just say, "Hey AI, tell me everything about the real estate market,"
It's too broad.
you might not get what you want. But if you say, "Analyze the last 3 months of sales data for this zip code and show me the top 3 features that led to a higher selling price,"
Oh, okay. Much more specific.
you're guiding the AI to give you useful information.
So it's about being strategic with your questions.
Exactly.
Interesting.
And that's a skill that goes way beyond just real estate or this course.
I bet.
The better you are at talking to AI, the more you'll get out of it, no matter what you're doing.
It's like learning a new language almost.
This is, yeah.
It's like learning a new language, but instead of, ordering a croissant, you're trying to crack the code of the housing market.
Exactly. And like any new skill, there's an investment involved.
Right. This course isn't free.
No, they mentioned the price is $4,500.
Okay.
But they do have that limited time discount, remember, for the first 20 people.
Yeah, summer 50, right?
That's the one. Brings it down to $1997.
Big difference.
And they even say you might be able to write it off as a business expense. Plus, you get the continuing education credit.
Oh, right, right. So they're really hitting all those buttons for realtors.
Yeah. But before we get too deep into the cost, let's talk about those testimonials.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they've got a whole section of those people saying how much they loved the course.
It's important, right? Social proof. Anyone can say their thing is great.
But when you see someone else saying, hey, this worked for me.
Exactly, especially other realtors who've actually taken it and used it.
Yeah, it's like when you're picking a restaurant, you look at the reviews, right?
Exactly.
You want to see what other diners have to say. But this is more than just finding a good meal. This is your business.
That's right. And while we always say, be careful, do your research.
Of course.
Those testimonials, they do give you an idea of what's possible. If these people are seeing results using AI in their business.
It makes you think, well, could I do that too?
Yeah, and imagine being able to tell your clients, look, I'm using AI to get you the best price for your house.
It sounds so high tech.
It does. But that's where we're heading. And it's not just about dazzling the client.
Right.
It's about efficiency too, right?
Yep.
Think about all the stuff realtors do, managing listings, answering questions, all that. AI could take some of that off your plate.
So you have more time to actually, connect with clients.
Exactly. Build those relationships, which is what it's really all about.
So, okay, we've talked about how AI can be useful, what the course offers, but let's be real. Our listeners are out there thinking, Is this right for me?
It's a big
Is it
one.
worth my time and money? What do you think?
It's tough to say. There's no one answer that fits everyone, right? It depends on your goals, how comfy you are with technology, are you willing to try something new? But the main thing I like about this whole deep dive,
Yeah.
it's not just about taking this course or that course. It's about opening your mind to what AI can do.
It really does feel like we're at this turning point, you know?
Yeah.
Like the old way of doing real estate is still there, but then there's this whole new way opening up with
Right.
all this AI stuff.
Mm,
It's exciting, but I get why it feels a little overwhelming too.
It totally does. That's why I wanted to do this deep dive
Yeah.
to kind of wrap our heads around it all.
Yeah.
So, big picture, what are like the key takeaways for realtors listening? What do they really need to know about AI in real estate right now?
Well, I think number one is AI isn't science fiction anymore.
Right.
It's here.
It's real.
It's already changing how we do things. And it's not about, like you said, robots taking over. It's about realtors using these tools to do what they do even better.
Be more efficient, serve their clients better.
Exactly.
And that makes me think of the second takeaway. Even if someone listens to this and they're like, that course is not for me, the skills it talks about, those are important, period. 100%.
Yeah.
Being able to really understand data, write in a way that connects with people online, even just knowing how to talk to AI, those are only going to be more important as we go forward.
So you got to be willing to learn new things, basically.
Yeah, be adaptable. You've always got to be looking for an edge in this business. And AI, that might be the edge right now.
Totally. Okay, so to wrap things up here, and this is a big one, if AI can do all this stuff, the market analysis, even write those descriptions for us, what does that mean for the future of realtors? Like, are we all going to be out of a job in 5 years?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think it's the opposite.
Really?
Yeah, I think AI makes realtors even more valuable. It takes care of the boring stuff so you can focus on what matters.
Like connecting with people, solving problems, the human side of things.
Exactly. The stuff AI can't do. And that's what being a realtor is really all about. It's not just about houses. It's about people making huge decisions. You're a guide, you're an advisor, and AI just gives you more time and better info to do that even better.
So instead of replacing realtors, it kind of elevates the whole profession.
That's how I see it. We're moving into this really interesting future, you know, where tech and that human touch, they work together. And I think that's better for everyone, buyers, sellers, realtors, everyone.
And that is a future I am here for. So listeners, wherever you're at with AI right now, just remember the future's here and it's full of possibilities. This is going to be interesting.